Yo, yo, yo. What up? What up? What up? My betting family. We back with another video here at No Limit Bets. And in today's video, I'm going to be bringing y'all my top 4 picks for tonight's NBA playoff games. Before we get started though, as always, I would like to say good morning to y'all. Good afternoon, whatever time it may be that you're watching this video. Hope y'all having a good one, and hopefully we can make it a better day by winning some money. Also, once again, I would like to thank my No Limit Bets family for helping the channel hit 1,000 subscribers. Truly appreciate y'all. Appreciate all the love and support that you guys have shown thus far. But the train is definitely not stopping here. Now we're on the road to 2,000 subscribers. So if you guys are new to the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. It's truly appreciated. And lastly, yesterday we held a giveaway for hitting that 1,000 subscriber mark. We were randomly selecting 2 subscribers. Each of them is going to be winning $100. And the 2 subscribers have been selected. The first winner is going to go to E-Money. E-Money commented, "Let's go, my dude. I appreciate you, fam. Appreciate the love and support. Message us on Twitter so we could be able to discuss how you would like to receive your money." And our second winner is going to be Gustavo Mesa. Gustavo Mesa message, "Yes, sir," with 2 strong arm emojis. Appreciate you, fam, as well. Message us on Twitter so we could discuss how you would like to receive your money. So congratulations to both E-Money and Gustavo Mesa for being the winners of that giveaway. But without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into today's video. I'm going to be bringing y'all my top 4 picks for tonight's NBA playoff games. Just to do a quick recap of yesterday's slips that we did submit. We had one slip on yesterday's video, and the other was posted on our Twitter account. As you guys could see with this slip, we were able to go 3-3 as LeBron James was able to just barely hit his over. He ended up with 16 rebounds and assists. Chris Middleton had a monster game, ending with 46 PRAs. He definitely benefited from Giannis getting injured early in that first half and not being able to come back to the game. And he had a monster game, like I said, ended up with 46 PRAs. Then we also had Jamal Murray able to green for us as we took his over 21.5 points. He ends up with 24. Now, the ones that weren't able to hit for us, we had Ja Morant over 35.5 points and assists. He definitely was not as aggressive as I thought he would be. He only ends up with 20 points and assists. Now, he did get injured, but it was already the 4th quarter. He wasn't going to be able to hit this prop either way, but hope he's okay. Hopes he returns in full strength for the Grizzlies to be able to make this a series. Obviously, without Ja Morant, they're gonna have some troubles with the Lakers, But moving on, we also had Westbrook over 30.5 PRAs. He comes close, but ultimately falls short as he only ends up with 27. Now, Westbrook did have a great impact on this game, especially towards the end defensively. But offensively, man, it was just a rough shooting night for him. He only went 3 for 19, 3 for 20 from the field. So obviously, if he was a little bit more efficient, he would have green for us. But unfortunately, he wasn't, and only ends up with 27 PRAs. And then we had KD over 27.5 points. He ends up right on the hook with 27. Now with this one, KD didn't score a bucket in that first quarter, so he started off slow. Obviously, if he just scores 1 bucket in that first quarter, we hit the over. But he ends up on the hook with 27, and we were only able to go 3-3 on our slip that we posted on yesterday's video. Now moving on to the slip that we posted on Twitter, it was completely horrible. As you guys could see, we were only able to hit one green, as it was Bam Adebayo over 8.5 rebounds, and he barely just makes it over with 9 rebounds. As you guys could see, the 4 that weren't able to hit, as I just mentioned, Giannis exited early in that first half with an injury, so he ended up getting rebooted or marked as a DMP. So AD, we took his over 39 points and rebounds. He had a great impact on the game as well defensively, but offensively and with the rebounds, he wasn't able to get it done, only ended with 34 points and rebounds. We also had Norman Powell over 17.5 points. He only ends up with 14. We had Ja Morant over 20.5 field goal attempts. Like I mentioned earlier, I thought he was going to be more aggressive than he was, but he only ends up with 14 field goal attempts. And then lastly, we got Nikola Jokic over 46.5 PRAs. He also comes up short, ending with 33. So all in all here recently, the playoffs so far have not been treating us right, but we definitely look to turn things around here tonight with my top 4 picks. So let's go ahead and get right into them. For my first pick, we're going to be starting off in the first game of the slate, the Sixers against the Nets. We're going to be going to the PRA category, and I'm going to be taking Spencer Dinwiddie over 28.5 PRAs. Now, as you guys can see, over his last 5, he's averaging just above this line at 29.6, hitting the over in 2 out of his last 3 games. But he has been pretty much hovering around this line. As you guys could see with the games that he did miss, he ended up with 25 PRAs, 27, and 24 in game 1 of this series. In that game 1, he shot 5 from 12 from the field, 1 for 5 from the 3-point line. The Nets are definitely going to need Spencer Dinwiddie to step up here in game 2. Other than Mikal Bridges, he's the only other net player that could create his own shot and get his own bucket. As we know, he could also put up all-around numbers. He's capable of getting double-digits assists, capable of grabbing 3 to 5 boards a game. And obviously, like I just mentioned, he's able to create his own shot and go get his own bucket, which they're definitely going to need here in game 2 if they expect to have a chance in tonight's game. Now, I know he has struggled recently against them, but I expect him to have a bounce back game here tonight in game 2 and be able to get us the 29 PRAs for us. So I'm going to be rocking with Spencer Dinwiddie for my first pick. For my second pick, we're sticking to the same game. We're just going to go to the Sixers side of things. And I'm going to go to the points and rebounds category. And I'm going to be taking Joel Embiid over 43.5 points and rebounds. Now, in game 1, he only had 31 points and rebounds, as the Nets were double teaming or sending the double every time he touched the ball. I expect Embiid to be a more dominant player like he's capable of being here in game 2. I expect the Sixers to make the adjustments needed to be able to get him the ball in places that he could be more effective and be able to attack that double team. And we already know what Embiid is capable of doing. He's been dominant this whole season. He's more than likely going to win the MVP award. And as we know, the Nets really have no size for Embiid, really no one to match up with him. Their matchup pretty much for him is Nicholas Claxton and Daron Sharp, 2 guys that are good defenders. They have some size to them, but Embiid is just on a different level. Now, in 2 games versus the Nets this season, he did go over in 1 out of the 2 games. 1 game, he ended up with only 36 points and rebounds, but in their latest matchup in the regular season, he ended up with 50 points and rebounds. Now, that 50 points and rebounds game did come after the trade deadline. The Nets having, Mikal Bridges, Dinwiddie, Cam, and them boys already in the lineup. Again, he's just is a matchup problem for the Nets, and I expect him to have a dominant performance here in game 2. So I'm going to be rocking with Joel Embiid over 43.5 points and rebounds for my second pick. Now, for my third and fourth pick, we're going to go to the night game. Can't wait for this one. This series here is going to be entertainment, as we saw in game 1. So we're going to go to the Warriors and Kings game. For my third pick, I'm going to be going to the points category, and I'm going to be going to the rookie, Keegan over 9.5 points. Now, as you guys can see, over his last 5, he's averaging above this line at 11.4 points per game, hitting the over in 3 out of his last 5 games. One of the games, he ended up right on the hook against the same Warriors team with 9 points. And in game 1, he only scores 2 points, but he only plays 16 minutes. Now, during the regular season, he averaged 30 minutes a game and averaged 12 points per game, shooting over 40% from the three-point line. So I definitely expect him to be a little bit more involved and make more of an impact here in game 2. As we know, the playoffs are all about adjustments. Every game is different. So I expect Keegan obviously to get us 10 points, which he's more than capable of doing. Now, during the regular season against the Warriors, he did hit the over in 2 out of 4 games. In those 4 games, he did average 13 points. He had 16 points in 1 game, 6, 21, and 9. So it looks like it's an up and down type of stat, to where he had a good game with 16 points, then had a rough game with 6, then had a great game with 21 points, and then had an off game with 9 points, even though he ended up right on the hook with those 9 points. But like I said, I expect him to be a little bit more of an impact. He definitely could put the ball in the basket, especially shooting 40% from the three-point line. And I definitely expect him to get 10 points. So I'm going to be rocking with him for my third pick. And for my fourth and last pick, we're going to go to the Warriors side. I'm going to be going to the rebounds and assists category. And I'm going to be going to Kevon Looney over 12.5 rebounds and assists. Now, in 4 regular season games this season against the Kings, he averaged 16.6 rebounds and assists, hitting the over in 3 of those 4 regular season games. In those 4 games, he had 14 rebounds and assists, 17, 12, and 23. Now, as I just mentioned, that 12, he did end up right on the hook with it, with his only game miss. So he definitely is going to have an impact. He's going to be a player that the Warriors need, as they don't have a lot of size to protect the paint. Obviously, they do have Draymond, which he's a great defender. But to match up against Sabonis, they're definitely going to need Kevon Looney out there for an extended period of time. And in game 1, he had 11 rebounds and assists. Came close to this line, but ultimately fell short. But against or for the season, the Kings allowed the 8th most assists per game and the 14th most rebounds per game to opposing centers. So I think Looney, as long as he stays out there, he should be able to grab the boards. He might just have a great rebounding game where he hits his line alone just in rebounds. But Looney is definitely capable of getting you a couple of assists here and there to add on to his rebounds. So I think he's gonna have a good game rebounding wise, get a couple of assists here and there, and ultimately get us 13 rebounds and assists that we need. So I'm gonna be rocking with him for my fourth pick. So just to recap, we're going to be taking the over on Spencer Dinwiddie's PRAs, the over on Embiid's points and rebounds, the over on Keegan Murray's 9.5 points, and the over on Kevon Looney's 12.5 rebounds and assists. Now, as always, if you guys agree with any of my plays, please do your own research. Just don't take my word for it. Also, here at No Limit Bets, we like to go with the low risk, high reward. So I'm going to be placing the rest of my balance, $7, as a bet to be able to win the $70. So I'm going to go ahead and place that entry. And that's going to be it for today's video, y'all. Once again, congratulations to our winners, E-Money and Gustavo Mesa. Please message us on Twitter so we could discuss how you would like to receive your money. But other than that, you guys have a good rest of your day. Enjoy the games tonight, and we'll be back here tomorrow. Let's get this money.